Hi guys, welcome to Living with Ulcerative Colitis. I'm Maya, and today we're going to be talking about the 4 healthy tips to carry into 2023 for ulcerative colitis. Now, this is in the spirit of New Year's resolutions, because around this time of the year we like to come up with things that we're planning to do for the next year, and usually they're things that deal with the body's health. So I thought I would hop on that little trend and tell you about things that I did last year to prepare for this year and things that I'm planning to do for next year. 2023. So our first thing is a food diary. A food diary is a diary, kind of like this one, and you write down what you eat, the time you ate it, and where you ate it. So if you ate it at home or if you ate it at a restaurant. And these diaries are really helpful if you have trouble remembering what foods you have trouble with, or you are a person that doesn't have a firm understanding of what are your trouble foods and what are just normal foods you can eat every day. And so while you're writing it, it helps that you can look back and see what symptoms you had to certain things, or it can help you see correlations between pain or excess air or gas, or consistency, like going to the bathroom constantly or not going to the bathroom, or what foods did what and then other foods didn't do that thing. And it's helpful. I was recommended by an ostomy nurse back when I had an ostomy bag to keep a food diary, but I was insistent that I had a really good memory and I was able to not have a food diary. But this coming year, I'm going to be finding myself a little bit more busy, so I'm thinking that a food diary would be helpful to have. So that is what a food diary is. The second is movement. Now, if you've been watching my videos for a minute, you know that I don't really like to do exercise. Okay, fine, I just don't like exercise. I don't have like a logical excuse. But so one of my things I plan to do for the coming year is to incorporate more movement in my day-to-day life. And by movement, that can be going outside and enjoying the fresh air and just being out there, or it can be walking down the street or further, or it can be just doing exercise, which is mostly what you do for movement. And this is because UC, or most autoimmune disorders, sometimes you have less symptoms if you do have movement, because your body is able to move and things are able to flow differently because you're not stagnant all the time. So movement is for next year for me, but all of these work for the next year if you're not already doing them. The third is a sleep schedule. Now, a sleep schedule is good for if you work or you go to school and you need to keep track of your sleeping. There are some apps where you can download and they will keep track of your sleep schedule for you. I'm not sure how all of that works, but for me, I'm a little old school, so I would be back to the diary. And so what you would do is you would choose a regular bedtime, maybe say 8 or 10, depends on when your activities stop. And then you would pick that time to go to sleep, and then you would calculate how many hours you slept, and you could do this for like a month, or you could do this for like the entire year. But being able to see how much sleep you're actually getting tells you if that might be a reason you're exhausted or not exhausted. So if you find that you're getting 8 hours of sleep and you still feel exhausted, then that could mean there was like another problem happening. But if you find out that you got about like 3 hours or 4 hours of sleep one given night, then you could think, oh, this stress might be coming from lack of sleep. So if you have problems sleeping, I recommend listening to the sound of thunderstorms or rainfall. It helps me sleep if I'm feeling stressed and I can't sleep, so I just listen to calming sounds that you can find on YouTube. So my last thing is stress management. And this is something that occurs in almost all of my videos. I think I mention it at least once. Stress can aggravate symptoms of UC. It can exacerbate? I can't pronounce that word. It can make them worse. So if you're feeling stressed often, then I recommend picking maybe once a week, picking a day or a time to just relax. This helps to manage stress because your body is able to slow down and you're not worrying about all the different things that life throws at you. So I just call this me time, but you can do like puzzles or coloring books or just read a regular book, and just as long as you have that time to yourself, then for me, I have a better week. You can also do stress management by having a hobby like exercising. Don't understand that hobby, but horseback riding. Like, why do all of these have exercising themes? But you get the point. Hobbies can help with stress management, so can me time, so can a lot of other things. Just like a moment to yourself to relax. And if you haven't been doing this, then just picking a day a week, like an hour in a day of a week to just use as your stress release really helps. And then once you get in the routine, then you can like put it on more days. But if you've never done it before, then it's good to pick a day. That way you don't give up on it as easily in the coming year. But I hope this video was helpful. Please like, share, subscribe, and press the bell for notifications. Bye guys!